Hello, BookTube. What's going on, my friends? Budweiser today. Cheers. I was actually going to do this wrap up TBR yesterday. Excuse me. But I was out ginsenging. Now, what is ginseng, you ask? I'm sure you've heard of it. A lot of people probably don't know what the plant looks like. So here, let me show you. And by the way, this clip, when I'm out in the woods, I don't do a lot of yelling, so you may or may not be able to hear me. I don't know. So stay tuned, hang on, all that good stuff. So I'm just, I don't know, maybe 50 yards from that little rock fireplace, and there's a big 3-prong. That's a nice one there. And then there is another one. So, at least I'm not going to be coming off this ridge empty-handed. Yep. Said nice one. Nice one. Well, let me dig these. Alright, yeah, I was out trekking around in 90-degree heat. Probably only walked a mile or so, but it's about temperature and terrain, and the terrain was about like that. A lot of brush, a lot of fallen trees. Wasn't fun, but found a little bit of ginseng. Now this, I've been out goofing around for, yeah, I know I'm getting off the subject, but you gotta know what I do when I'm not reading books. Had a little downtime, so ginseng season comes in September 1st, goes out last part of October. So I've been digging a little bit. Like this root here is probably 10, 12 years old. You just dig the mature stuff. You want to leave the smaller stuff. So we have a season for it in laws. So that's pretty cool, eh? Next time you're drinking an energy drink that has wild ginseng in it, maybe a year or two from now, maybe I dug some of that. So anyway, back to books. Now, what I read in August, slow month for me, trying to get my stuff together. I finished Julia Alvarez, In the Time of Butterflies. Get the cobweb off there. Got a few cobwebs back here. Pardon me. And this is about 4 young ladies caught up in a revolution, basically a terrible regime in the Dominican Republic, and only one survives. I gave this 4 stars. It's a pretty good read. I started and stopped a lot, but it's not bad. Like I said, 4 stars. Then I read stories by Langston Hughes, Ways of White Folks. And I gave this one 4.5 stars. I like Langston Hughes' style. This is really a fictionalized look at the state of race in the early 20th century. 4.5 stars. It's the first time I read any Langston Hughes, so I'll probably be checking out some more of his stuff. Then I read Sea of Glass for Todd and Dane's Indie Read Alone, and this book was sent to me by Sorry, Rebecca. Rebecca Gransden. And I gave this 4 stars. Her writing, I'm serious, she's like a cross between Kathy Koja and Clive Barker. Very visceral horror, edgy, some creepy, gripping scenes in this book, and the Mr. Wayfarer character was friggin' pretty amazing. So yeah, 4 stars. Really great indie book. That's Sea of Glass by Rebecca Gransden. Now the cover color makes it hard to pick up on the text. But yeah, this book was basically about a haunted skyscraper building. So, and you get trapped in it, and I don't want to give much away, but yeah, you might want to check it out. It's hot back here. I mean, we've had 90-degree temperatures all week. It's been miserable. Today I went out to work on my shed, and I was going to put a door on it. Well, the addition to the shed we built onto. I got the door built, and I was like, I also put some stabilizer bars on my oldest boy's car. So yeah, I do a lot of different things. All right, let's do this. For this month, September, I'm going to read Bad Brains by Kathy Koja. I'm familiar with this book, have been for years, but never read it. And then Alex over at Hey Little Thrifter, she mentioned it several months ago, and I decided I was going to read it. So, looking forward to that. Then I have The Lathe of Heaven by Ursula K. Le Guin. A while back I read The Word for World is Forced, like that. Like I said, I hadn't read any Ursula K. for quite a few years, so another good one. Then I'm going old ancient school. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And I have not read this. I mean, obviously I've had world history classes and different classes that covered subjects such as ancient texts. I mean, like the Vedas, and yeah, I used to have a copy of the Kama Sutra, but I never read this, so I'm gonna. Then I have an indie book for Todd and Dane's Indie Read Along. And this was sent to me by Madman Reads and Rocks, our very own Ryan Loera, and it's a copy of Aperture. And I know Mindy over at Mindy's Book Journey, she read this, and I like the sound of it, so looking forward to it, Ryan. So that's what I'm currently into and what I'm going to get into. So cheers, my friends. It's probably, just guessing, it's about 80 some degrees back here, probably about 85. The cool part of the house is that way. I'm in the junk room, as you know. Cheers, my friends. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.